The United States and France coming up here in Nashville. And for the United States, one change in their lineup. Julie Johnston is in. She scored her first career goal in the Algarve Cup against France last year.
And you're seeing Klingenberg on that left back position and 5 in the midfield. But Pugh and Heath switching sides, and mostly because of Tomis from France. We'll talk about that in a bit. And then Alex Morgan looking a little bit lonely up front in that 4-5-1 for the United States.
Meanwhile, for France, 3 changes from their lineup on Thursday against Germany.
And you see Laura George, Boston College product. U.S. fans may remember her back in the middle, center back for France. And then, of course, Tomis, the right-sided midfielder with a ton of pace that could cause a lot of problems for the United States, and Dely up front. Also in a 4-5-1 for France as well.
The United States in the blue and white. They'll move left to right. France in the all-white jerseys, and we're underway in Tennessee. The United States 7-0 this year, outscoring opponents by quite the margin, but a tougher game last time out. Mbakbati is down for France.
And this you just never want to see. Looks like it. Pugh got a little bit of an elbow in there as well.
Mbakbati stepping off. Turned 21 years old just last Saturday, of Cameroonian descent. She's walking right back to the table. She'll be looking to come back in. Majri. Filet-Sommer put out of play.
And the U.S. outside midfield positions have a handful today in dealing with, first, Le-Sommer, number 9 for France, on the left side. And on the right side, Tomis, who a year ago in France in that February game just tore up the right side of the flank.
Kelly O'Hara. And Mallory Pugh heads it back. 17 years old, turns 18 in April. Much made about her 5th career start, rather 5th consecutive start as well. We spoke with Jill Ellis a bit yesterday, and mistakes are going to happen in the back third. That's certainly something that she doesn't like to see, but something that her team can learn a lot from as they prepare for the Olympics coming up in a few months.
She talked about wanting that back 4 for the United States to be able to set play a little bit better under pressure.
Pugh unleashed up the right flank. Her cross deflected out by Mbakbati, who's back into the game. A corner coming for the United States.
And a good early glimpse at what Pugh brings at, as you said, Mike, all of 17 years old. There's a pace to her game already, where she's getting in behind defenders. We saw that in the Olympic qualifiers. Saw it against England as well.
Morgan Bryan goes low and kicked out. Becky Sauerbrunn to backstop it. Tobin Heath. The flag was up for offside. French fans certainly know Tobin Heath played a year for PSG. Joined Lindsey Horan over there. 5 members of this France national team play their club ball for PSG. Nassib. Especially dangerous off set pieces, stolen away. Carly Lloyd can't hang on.
That's the seam, though, the United States is going to want to find with Lloyd. Getting it in that space and able to turn.
Abeli, who came on in the 70th minute against Germany on Thursday, gets the call to start in this one. Sommer going at Julie Johnston, the only lineup change for the United States.
And Bergerou, the coach for France, of course, I think knew that the United States was the second game. So against a very good German team, he put out a lineup that was good, and France has so many quality players, he can do that. But you didn't see Tomis much in that game. Abeli, as you mentioned, Georges back in the lineup for France. And mind you, this is a France team that's missing quite a few players. Wendy Renard, their captain, the other center back, usually next to Georges.
Also Henry and Boulot.
Henry, reportedly, Amandine Henry, reportedly coming out after her contract with Lyon is finished to, wait for it, Mike, the Portland Thorns.
As if they don't have enough talent. They've got to be one of the favorites in the NWSL this year. Majri. Nassib. Lloyd trying to force the errant pass. Dali the target. Ushered out. France and the United States first played in the 1980s. They haven't had necessarily that many competitions against each other, but it's a series dominated by the United States. That is until last year, a 1-1 split. And for France, a chance to say that they belong on this stage, knocking off a team that went on to win the Women's World Cup in a friendly in February, where the United States got their revenge in the Algarve Cup.
And France really a favorite to win the World Cup last year, and the way the bracketing worked out, super unlucky. They get Germany in the quarterfinal, but good enough certainly to win it. Lost that one to Germany in penalty kicks, but it's a mental hurdle for France because they have the depth, they have the players.
Of course, they can look forward to the Olympics this year, one of two UEFA sides that have already qualified, along with Germany, trying to fill the last spot vacated by England as they won't participate under the flag of Great Britain. Lloyd through for Morgan. Slid back to Bouhadi, and a terrific recovery by Georges. Les Sommer pushed off the ball by Lloyd. Tries to go around Mbakbati. Bouhadi slides out to pick it off, and again the speed of Mallory Pugh on display.
And the confidence of a 17-year-old. Mbakbati has some pace herself.
Pugh right in the middle of it again. Morgan flicks it along for Lloyd. 7 goals in 2016, tied with Crystal Dunn for most on the club. Les Sommer, Majri, kicked up by O'Hara, and nobody's there. go out for a goal kick.
I mean, you constantly are asking players for this presence to say, okay, I got a 1v1 here. I'm going to get in that box and get behind players. You don't see enough of it, in my opinion, in America. And to get that from a 17-year-old with only 7 caps is fantastic. And it doesn't work out in the end, but that's all right. Buhadi did well to come off her line quickly. I love that mentality.
We talked with Pugh yesterday. She looked so comfortable in the game. Tobin Heath. The crowd stands as one as Pugh breaks through. Kelly O'Hara serves it in, headed right at Buhadi. It's Alex Morgan pointing that on goal. And Carly Lloyd takes over again. United States getting the lion's share of the early possession. Sauerbrunn. An opportunity for France. Deli. Les Sommer. Just didn't put her foot on it. And it skitters wide. Les Sommer scored in her hometown last year against France. For France against the United States, but comes up short there.
My goodness, what a good chance this is. Caught in transition, Sauerbrunn gets caught out, and here's the speed of Tomise. Klingenberg not there on the sidelines. What a nice ball in, and Les Sommer typically would bury that. That's about as good a look as you can get. You have to finish that. That is unusual for Les Sommer. And again, the threat of Tomise on that flank. Megan Klingenberg, the left back, loves to get forward, and if you get caught out like Sauerbrunn did there, a lot of space in front of her.
Ahead for Morgan, and Buhadi there again. Buhadi coming off shoulder surgery in August. Was having some dislocation issues, a cartilage repair, but healthy enough to return for Euro qualifying and, of course, the SheBelieves Cup.
And again, you're seeing all the way on that back line on the left side, Tobin Heath. Here's another good look at Tomise. Takes a little glance, and you'll see this weird bounce right in front of her. But still, that's one that she's got to put away. A little bit of a glitch there on that bounce.
Morgan Bryan takes over. The golden ball for Bryan in the CONCACAF Olympic qualifying tournament. Horan sliding in. Les Sommer, foul by Bryan.
We asked Horan yesterday, biggest difference training now in the United States and playing with the U.S. team versus France, now that she's coming over to Portland. There she is going in for the tackle. She said just the intensity of training, consistently, the consistent intensity, and how her knee coming off that microfracture surgery, struggling with as many games, a little bit. She said it feels good, but it's just a lot fitness-wise from midfield.
Whipped all the way in, poked over by Hope Solo. Nassib, very dangerous from distance, but Solo up to the task.
Interesting as well, because maybe they had scouted that Hope Solo likes to come aggressively off her line, trying to just get one on her, catching her off almost.
Masri. And out, Tobin Heath last to touch at another corner.
They're all kind of giving themselves, and they're good partners.
You see on that near post, Les Sommer trying to get something on it.
Namrui was nearly able to put that towards net. Whipped in again. Hit towards the goal off the post. Still loose in front. Solo, what a save. Lasimero puts it over. Total chaos, but Hope Solo again.
The U.S., only 15 minutes in, could very easily be 2-0 down to France. And that, again, is something you just don't get as many good looks as that in front of goal. 2 for France off the Carly Lloyd air.
USA on their heels. Lasimere puts it in. Hope Solo dives on it.
And that's 3. France whipped into that near post to number 9, Lasimere. They're trying to drive it hard, get a little flick on it. So hard and difficult when it does come with such pace and it gets redirected like that. Hope Solo did well on that one.
Hope Solo, 4 shutouts in Olympic qualifying, but only needed to make 5 saves. Has been a little bit more busy in the opening 15 minutes. And ball bounced up, hit Haran. Majri tries the give and go. Pugh sniffed it out. Next Sunday, it's New York City FC and Toronto FC at Yankee Stadium, 5 Eastern on ESPN2. Frank Lampard, David Villa, and Andrea Pirlo against last year's MVP, Sebastian Giovinco, Michael Bradley, and Josie Altidore. MLS Soccer Sunday presented by Audi, also streaming live on the ESPN app. Morgan making a run. It's Morgan Bryan who gets the ball. Kelly O'Hara. Pugh, the give and go. O'Hara's got it back. But it goes to Johnston. And a throw for the United States. Quick toss, O'Hara. Headed out by Mbakbati. It is a corner kick for the United States.
And the United States knows here is an area they can capitalize on France. Set pieces, always such a strength for the United States. France giving up a set piece goal against Germany in their game on Thursday night after playing a very good game, and then final 8 minutes giving up a set piece corner kick goal.
Bryan, Pugh! Popped over. Well defended in the end, but another corner for the United States. And the U.S. were able to score the opening goal of the Algarve Cup in the 7th minute. Julie Johnston against France last year. Bryan again, off the head of Alex Morgan. Deli follows it out of play. George puts it into the bleachers. Klingenberg to throw for the U.S. Horan gives it right back. Touched on the end line. And the United States, another corner.
And I know coaches differ on how they want to defend corners, but France going with a no post player approach. Only reason being is you got Heath at the near post there.
And Heath comes out. Horan on Masri. Low cross is defended. The U.S. again gets another corner kick. Bryan, Julie Johnston, and the foul whistled against the U.S. Hope Solo on a collision course for cap number 200. Already the U.S. record holder in pretty much every measurable category for a goalkeeper. This is cap number 192. She has shutouts in exactly half of those matches. Horan for Lloyd. And Bakbati there. This grass proving to be a bit tough. A couple players have fallen down thus far. And Hope Solo whips it out. Dali coming right down the middle. Amroui, Georges. Sauerbrunn the header. But Tomis is there. Blazing speed. Abeli.
So much respect for the pace of Tomis that Heath constantly dropping onto that back line. Hard for the United States to get any numbers forward. Got to hold the ball, possess it, allow yourself some time to get those outside midfielders forward. And that's always the challenge when you play such a technical team like France. As they hold the ball, you end up chasing quite a bit. U.S. not used to that.
Carly Lloyd, now Klingenberg. Tobin Heath played through. Klingenberg. And the ball to France.
Better build-up for the United States. Time for Heath to get in there. Klingenberg in that left back position.
Alex Morgan, the target. She's been terrific of late. 14 goals in her last 11 international appearances. Wadi looking for Masri. Pugh on the other end of it. Tomis. Abeli finds room, skies it towards net. Just does go wide of the post. I believe, where's the captain's band? Playing for Lyon. Played in the U.S. for a little while. LA Soul and FC Gold Pride. Tomis. Klingenberg comes away with the ball. Alex Morgan did enough to hold the ball up. Sauerbrunn under pressure. Ball to France. Deli forces the ball off of Sauerbrunn. Hope Solo, a couple of dynamite saves in the early going of this one. United States, a couple of solid opportunities. Nothing to write home about just yet. And back where such a dangerous position, the corner kick for France.
As we said, easily could be and really should be for France. 2 goals up within 15 minutes of this game. You just don't get that many good looks against the United States in Hope Solo.
And Bakbati was the target on the back post this time. A bit of a change in tactic for France. Carly Lloyd's through ball. Maradomo picks it off. And remember, the road to Russia goes through Columbus, Ohio, when the United States men's national team takes on Guatemala in the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifier. Catch all the action March 29th, 7 Eastern on ESPN2, also streaming live on the ESPN app. Heath plays it through. Klingenberg. Morgan around the keeper and puts it into side netting.
And that whole sequence started with a little bit of patience from, again, the 17-year-old Mallory Pugh. She holds it up, they build it up, gives them a little bit more time for Julie Johnston to switch the point. Klingenberg allowed to get forward in this one. And what a great ball this is to Alex Morgan with just a little bit too heavy a touch to turn that around. But a great sequence by the United States.
And Pugh, a pop fly for Lloyd. Julie Johnston keeps it in play. Deli. Amroui met by Johnston, but Leia Sommer still in the attack. Abilene hounded. Nessie, but Leia Sommer dummied it through right to Johnston. Deli pushed down, and a foul called against Heath. Again, the pressure of France having the U.S. a bit frazzed at this point.
And it's not a coincidence the few times we've seen the U.S. able to hold the ball, keep rhythm, they're getting something on the end of it. But right now, not doing a good enough job of creating that possession.
Off the crossbar. Hope Solo may have gotten a hand to it. and out of harm's way.
I cannot remember the last time I saw Hope Solo this busy in the first 30 minutes of a match. Marjorie with another good look. Solo looks like she had it covered, read that well. But France knocking.
Marjorie has been re-signed to Lyon, a new 3-year deal with some plans to move her further up the field. Playing the left fullback position in this match. But you can certainly see why putting her in an attacking position could be a positive step. Le Sommer's header, Sauerbrunn. Right back to Le Sommer. Across for Dali. But knocked away by Horan, who was tracking back.
Great recovery by Lindsay Horan. Holding center mid, tracking that run. And that's 2 key possessions Becky Sauerbrunn has given away there that you just don't see. And that's the challenge again of France with some of the pressure they bring. What Jill Ellis was talking about yesterday with us, Mike.
Horan slides it upfield for Tobin Heath. George is there. And again, Jill Ellis said this team won't be perfect. Results certainly do matter. But they also recognize there could be some growing pains with some movement in the back line. We talked with Becky a bit about maybe changing her partners back there. Julie Johnston is new to the lineup in this particular match. But it's still a team that hasn't conceded once this year.
0 goals, having scored 29. It's quite a statistic. I mean, you try and give Becky Sauerbrunn credit and that backline credit for it. The first thing she says, which I love, is it's not us, it's everyone. That's a team effort.
Of course, the most impressive thing about being 3-time NWSL Defender of the Year is that the league is 3 years old. Tomis for Dali. But O'Hara is there. Abilene takes over. Splits 2 defenders. Marjorie successfully switches the point. Falls through. Nassib for Tomis. She's onside. The cross for Le Sommer. And skitters all the way through.
Tomis having success on that right-hand side. You know, Jill Ellis is looking at that. It's why she switched Heath over for the U.S. midfield to that side, thinking that combination of Heath and Klingenberg could handle it. Maybe something they reassess at halftime.
Marjorie tipped by Klingenberg. Tomis keeps it alive. Knocked away by Lloyd.
And France just having their way. You see they getting in between seams, getting in gaps. There's a confidence to their play that was lacking 4 years ago against the United States. Now they feel like they can hang with the U.S., and you can see it.
And Philippe Bergeroux was given an extension through Euro 2017. Wants to see some younger players in the lineup, but he has done a terrific job with this French national side. As Carly Lloyd colliding.
You can see Carly gesturing to Morgan Bryan. Come with me. Let's get tighter. And both teams playing the exact same systems. 4-2-3-1. 2 holding center mids, 3 more attacking. Wanting her to double up with her.
Nassib again. Nodded away. O'Hara completes the clearance. Blasted out of play by Uradomo. Heath. Morgan Bryan. Alex Morgan trying to sneak behind. Georges, who's earning cap number 168, second most capped player in French women's soccer history, knocks it out.
And really, you look at the last 35 minutes, we've seen Alex Morgan get 2 really good looks, but that's it. In behind, a problem they had against England as well. Stretching that back line, which Alex Morgan is so good at, but the U.S. just not having enough of the ball to do it. With her pace.
Majri. This Wednesday, the reigning world champion United States women's national team is in action again. They take on Germany in the SheBelieves Cup. The match streams at 7:30 Eastern on the ESPN app. We could see a trophy-bearing match between Germany and the U.S. if both sides are able to win here in Nashville, down in Boca Raton at FAU in that one. Tobin Heath spins out, but some room here for the United States. Alex Morgan keeps it in. Lloyd streaking down the center. Now for a goal kick. Scoreless in the 38th minute. 2 of the top 3 teams in the world playing in Nashville, Tennessee. Leigh Samer lays it off. Dali. Kelly O'Hara there defensively. And a corner coming up for France.
See on the faces of some of the U.S. players, Alex with her hands on her knees, a little bit of frustration, knowing that France has handed it to him in this first half.
Nassib across the face of goal.
But the good news for the United States, look at that scoreline. Gosh, they go in at 0-0. That's a victory right there, given the looks. And here's one earlier that Alex Morgan coming back in midfield, and this is where you have to have the patience, because you could see Tobin Heath saying, find Kelly O'Hara, who'd made a nice overlapping run on the other side. Not me yet. Such a hard ball to play, a straight ball into a straight run there.
And of course, the goal the U.S. scored against England was a moment that is tough to predict. Crystal Dunn with a terrific finish. Lloyd sprays for O'Hara. O'Hara sends it across. Pugh there, but so is Bouhadi.
Wouldn't that be something if the U.S. was able to sneak one in before halftime? What a nice ball and run by Kelly O'Hara, the outside right back for the United States. Of course, played in an attacking position and was a great finisher for the mighty Stanford Cardinal, I will tell you, Mike. So she's very familiar on the attacking side, loves to get forward when she can, as we saw in the last replay as well. And look at the space in front of Kelly O'Hara on that right side. Nice change of point by Carly Lloyd. And acres of space. A beautiful ball here, and Pugh trying to make that near post run. Just a little too much pace on it, but a good sequence for the U.S.
Lloyd forgot something, but picks it back up. Alex Morgan goes down in a heap. Henri shown yellow.
Seems an unnecessary foul.
Plenty of defenders back
Exactly.
for France.
It's silly, because then you put yourself in a situation here where, again, you're having to defend a set piece where the U.S. has so many targets. Julie Johnston, number 8 for the United States. So good in the air. Horan. Lloyd, of course.
They had a lot of sync there, but Morgan Bryan gets it to Klingenberg. Heath goes down the middle, touched by Horan. U.S. trying to steal one before halftime. As Kelly O'Hara targeted on the wing again. Horan springs O'Hara. Bakbati cuts it out. And down goes the official as well. Nice touch pass. Tomise. Touch a bit too heavy near the end line.
Nice little ball in. And again, the pace of Tomise. Unfortunately for the U.S., just broke down technically there on the end line.
Tomise has always had the speed, but she went to the academy at Clairefontaine and had to catch up a bit technically. But you can't teach speed.
And if you're Jill Ellis, you're going in at halftime thinking, okay, look, we're still in this game when we clearly could have been down 2 or 3 goals. And knowing that you got to get a hold of the game again. You got to get it in midfield. You got to get Horan and Morgan Bryan and Carly Lloyd, that triangle, more engaged in the possession side of things. Because when you hold it, then you have the chance to get those numbers forward. And when the U.S. has done that through Klingenberg and O'Hara and their outside backs, there's been success. But just not enough action and cohesion between that midfield and linking in with Alex Morgan up front. And if you're France, Bergerou must be saying, wait, you don't get these looks. What's going on? How do we get 2-3 really good looks and not put that away? You have to be cleaner in front of goal if you're going to finish off the United States.
Well, and for France, it's a bit of the story from the Women's World Cup against Germany. Let a couple of opportunities pass them by and ended up falling in a shootout. But Hope Solo has done just enough. Flag up for offside. Solo, a couple of just terrific saves in the early going, and a little bit of help from the posts, every goalkeeper's best friend. One off the post, one off the crossbar here in the first half.
And you look at, too, the depth the United States can bring off the bench. You got Crystal Dunn, who's still been sitting on that bench with her pace and fresh legs. Coming in. Heather O'Reilly is another fast, pacey option for the U.S.
No stoppage time to speak of. The French, an outstanding first half of play. They dominate the scoring chances, but they don't dominate the scoreline. Coming up at the half, we'll take a look at UEFA and Asian qualifying, and a look at the Olympics as they stand right now, and a look at first half stats and highlights. Hope Solo, the star in the first half. Back in a moment from Nashville.